All right. What the fuck, man? It's Curse here and doing a reaction video, probably a short video. Well, not my normal length, but be back on. Also going to be doing some Grand Summoners. My trial dungeons is back, so we'll be doing that. But first, I just stumbled upon this video this morning or this afternoon, and the fuck, man. That's really all I got to say. I've watched a little bit of it, but wanted to save most of it for the live stream. And again, the fuck. So Asmongold's going to be telling us about this streamer. She happened to do something that could be borderline illegal, and Twitch decided to punish them in their own way. So let's check out what Asmongold has to say about it, and I'll put in my 2 cents as well.
Speak. That's right. They called her a fucking cheater. And what did she do? She is? I don't give a fuck if she is or not. Who cares?
Well, I mean, if she is a cheater and her streamers know that she's cheating, then, probably if you're not into cheating, the best thing to do probably watch another stream. There's probably plenty of streamers doing similar things.
She went on PayPal because this was a donation, and PayPal makes public all of the emails and many of the first and last names of the people who donate money to you.
So let me just give a little context. Again, a female streamer, which we'll see in a second, she decided to do what he's about to say on a live stream in front of all of her subscribers that were watching at the time, and other people, whoever is able to see it. And then obviously people could have clipped it and did clip it. So yeah.
And she read that person's real name out to her viewers. Let's watch it happen. Give me 1 second. I also want to say, and I want you guys, whenever you're watching this, I want you to think about this tweet right here. Private information with
we'll donate $1.
My bad.
It's for sharing personal information? Whatever that means. Cool. So this is what she said. Streamer drama. No, bro, this is real shit.
She said, got banned on Twitch for 14 days for sharing personal information. Whatever that means, cool. So Twitch did the right thing, it seems like, and banned this person for basically doxing somebody, it sounds like.
This isn't just like your typical, oh, somebody had a bad take on some event that happened. No, this is actually legit. This is fucking bad. Watch this.
It's $5 or more, because usually people will donate $1 to me and they'll hate. So I just want to say, Daddy Slayer, I know you used your name as Daddy Slayer, and you said enjoy using cheats, but what you don't know is that when you send me money on PayPal, it actually gives me your full name. So thank you for the $1.
Whatever that means.
Huh. Wow. That's crazy.
Literally doxed him on stream in front of her audience, live in front of her entire viewers. Right there.
And can I think of a time that happened? There's definitely well, there's been plenty of, yes, in gaming, a few years back during Call of Duty, a Call of Duty tournament, somebody doxed somebody. Well, they doxed him a little bit worse than this, but still doxed him by, I believe, calling the police, or somebody gave somebody their information. So there you go. That's the doxing part. That's the most important part. Is the fact that information was given to another player in a Call of Duty match because that player was upset about something. I don't even remember if it was another teammate or another player on the other team. I forget. But they gave another player who had the ability to call the police, or not, obviously anybody has the ability to call the police, but gave somebody their personal information to dox them, and they were, knew how to do it the right way to make it so the SWAT showed up. So when you do give out personal information, it is very dangerous. So imagine that was obviously the person had an idea of what they wanted to do with the information in that Call of Duty match, but that was, 15 people getting a hold of somebody's address, and a huge event happened. I believe somebody got shot that was completely innocent in the entire ordeal, all because of personal information that was given. So it is a very serious thing.
Don't know. For whatever reason, you find actual time
But
to do
wait,
something in your
there's
fucking
more.
life. Because now you look like a fucking idiot. Again.
Again.
And then space, if anyone wants to know. Thank you for the $1 dono. Appreciate that. That will go towards my McDonald's Happy Meal fund. Appreciate that again, man. Never Too Thick. Thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that as well.
Can we just get a backup on that? Can we just pull that back?
Appreciate that as well.
What is that? I mean, I'm pretty good with body language and crap like that, I would say. And to me, that expression she's giving, or that face, like, and the hair flip is like is like showing how right she feels and confident about what she just did. Like, she is extremely proud in that moment and feels accomplished. Like, oh, I showed you, I did that to you. Like, what are you gonna do? I'm obviously the boss in this situation. Like, whoa, buddy. That's crazy.
So you can clearly private information.
But what you don't know is that
One more time here.
go towards my McDonald's Happy Meal fund. Appreciate that again, man. Never Too Thick. Thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that as well.
So you can clearly see. Yes, we can all clearly see. So got banned on for Twitch for 14 days for sharing personal information. This is the most scumbag shit that I have seen in a long time. Look at the tweets that she liked. Let's see. Like tweets. And want my personal info. Doesn't know is not getting him banned. Oh, so yes. Anyway, I'm going to get to that. Don't worry about it, guys.
Well, I gotta say, Asmongold is one of my favorite streamers. I think I started watching him during the Amber Heard trial, so not pretty recently, but one of my favorite people to watch now. And I've never seen him get so. I mean, he definitely gets passionate about shit. Like, no lie, definitely the dude's definitely getting passionate out here. But just, this is insane. What he just, if you had no Asmongold, he really has emotion behind what he's about to say.
I'm going to get to that, and we're going to make our way over there. So, yes, she liked tweets saying that I should be banned for calling her out for literally doxing somebody live on stream. And so she got banned by Twitch for 14 days. And then after 5 hours, she was unbanned.
Now, this is my second time watching. I probably got to 9 minutes. But my reaction for the first time hearing this was like I obviously can't do the original reaction, but I was shocked to hear that. And when I first saw this, I didn't really come to any conclusion of why that happened. But it was just more shocking than anything.
That's right. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. I'm telling the truth. She was unbanned after 5 hours for doxing a donator and saying their real name live on stream multiple times. And this is not just an accidentally, oh, I showed my PayPal history. She clearly acknowledges that this is his private information. Let's listen to it again.
We don't need to listen to it again, but yeah, it's obviously clear that she is doxing him for personal information due to the fact that she's upset because he or she called her out for cheating. So
one of the ripple effects of this are that if you scroll down on my tweet, and so exposing someone's real name can cause major repercussions to that person, especially when it's exposed to a large community. She should definitely receive some sort of punishment.
So yeah, I already, went over it a little bit, that some of the repercussions, just as we've seen in the past, due to information being leaked.
She's lucky it's just a Twitch ban. She could very well be charged for committing something that is illegal. I don't know what blows my mind more, the entitlement or how someone thinks it's okay to act like this. I think what I find to be the most disgusting fucking thing are the people that are going around trying to make me look like the bad guy. Because I obviously tweet about this. Like this girl right here, Chico Live, isn't mass reporting sending hate also against TOS.
Normally when I hear something like that, somebody saying what really disgusts them the most, and it's something about a person attacking their personal being, I guess. Usually that isn't always justified, or usually you should take what they say with a grain of salt, just because they're more upset about the fact of what was said to them and wouldn't have the same reaction if it was said to somebody that they may not like as much. If you understand what I'm saying there. But with this, I think Asmongold, when I first heard that, I had that little bit, but I think it's completely true with what he's going to say.
I'm sorry, I didn't know reporting somebody for doxing their fucking viewer is against TOS. So now trying to get people to follow the TOS is against the TOS. Is that right?
That is pretty ironic. Again, I have seen this, but this part, that is crazy just to think about. I don't know if she said that or if somebody that is trying to support that streamer said it. But up there, like, what? How? Why? Like, it's hard to wrap your head around somebody doing that or posting that online unless they're just being like a troll or something. I just don't understand why you would back something up that is so blatantly obvious unless you're trolling or you have something against Asmongold.
Who the fuck do you think you are going and defending someone who doxes their viewers? I wonder if somebody did that to you, what you would want to have happen.
Very true point. And that just goes back to tie in the fact that, yes, I think he's 100% right about what he's saying. It is disgusting, people saying that. Doesn't matter if it's Asmongold or somebody else. It's fucking crazy. Like, what is wrong with people online? I don't get it. Like, I guarantee you, and I know this has been hashed over and said before, that those people wouldn't be able to handle a real world situation face to face of them saying something so ignorant to somebody. Like, and if they did, I feel like they would be able to have an open conversation in the real world. But that's even getting crazy in 2022. I'm getting way off topic, but there's this girl, I don't know her name, I'm forgetting it at the moment, who's a Republican who runs around on campuses, like, just, I guess, spreading her word or whatever of what she believes in. And people will not listen to her, and it's crazy. Even in the real world, they'll scream, but I think that has more, scream and like yell and talk all this shit to her, but I think that has more to do with mob mentality than anything. But yeah.
If I said your real name right now in front of everybody, I wonder what you would want to have happen. I know what it is. You'd want me banned because I should be banned. Absolutely, if I did that. What a fucking joke. Defending this trash makes me so fucking mad. I see these clowns going around trying to defend her, like as if I give a fuck that she cheated in Warzone or not. Like I give a fuck about that. I don't care. It's a video game. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
And I just had mentioned how Asmongold really shows emotion here, but I think that what really brought it home to me and like set it apart and really meant something more than just an emotional response is the fact that Asmongold surrounds his whole life around video games, around making money, and like his prosperity is video games basically. And he's the one to say something like it doesn't matter about video games. And in the gist of things, in the big scheme of the situation, video games does not matter when somebody's personal information is being given out on on live on Twitch to multiple people that could do anything like call a SWAT or call 911 or whatever. I don't know exactly what information, but personal information is not good to have being publicly ousted on Twitch. So yeah, I think that Asmongold hit it on the nose and really is key that he's the one saying this because his whole life surrounds video gaming, and yeah.
This puts every single person on Twitch who's donated to a streamer at risk. Because now what it says is it says that a streamer, if you donate to a streamer and they don't like your message, they can dox you and sick their entire viewer base on you by providing your personal confidential information publicly without your consent. This hurts every other streamer because if I was donating to streamers, I would stop. I would immediately stop donating to streamers because Twitch has shown that this activity is clearly acceptable. That's why they unbanned her.
Yeah, I'm almost getting to where I ended, and even hearing that for the second time is still hard to hear, still shocking to hear, because I'm a streamer. Obviously, I don't have a huge audience and don't make money really off of my streams. That is a goal of mine, but hearing that, is another obstacle that could be in my way moving forward, which is scary in the least, and that's for every streamer and anybody on Twitch. So yeah, it just doesn't make sense from a business standpoint why they would make this decision. Obviously, Asmongold saying this, other people probably have reported on this as well, so I'm sure that something is going to happen just because of the glaring obvious bad business decision that this entails at the least. I mean, obviously there's a lot more that it entails too, but that's crazy. Why Is she the daughter of the president? Like, I just don't understand.
On top of that, whenever I scroll down and I look at a lot of the comments on this, there's a lot of stupid guys, and I do think they're stupid, saying it's because she's a woman. Every single time that a person gets special treatment, whether it's a woman, a guy, a big streamer, a small streamer, anything like that, and they get a pass for doing something that is so blatantly wrong, it makes everybody else think that maybe those stereotypes are true. And it makes people think even more that whenever a girl does something wrong and it's not that big of a deal, that she should be punished more than what she already is, because they're like making up for lost time. They're making up for the fact that these other girls didn't get punished.
And I mean, I hope that's not the case. Again, that kind of ties back into mob mentality. Also, people all over the world, including myself, not like everybody, has made bad decisions in their lives. And some people choose to make bad decisions or know that the decisions they're making could end in bad consequences or whatever you might want to call it. And so, yeah, I mean, I wish that it wasn't a society that we lived in where, you know, we judge everybody by our own encounters and our own experiences. I wish that we would understand that what we understand was an experience, and understanding that experience is an experience in itself that you're experiencing at the moment, which means that in the next moment could be an experience that you've never experienced before. So why would you assume that you know what's going to happen, or it's just silly how I feel that we think in today's society. Obviously, society and humans in general, I think, have evolved in a certain direction, and everything seems to get figured out over time. And then as it's getting figured out, another issue arises. What I mean by that is like this Me Too movement, or the LGBT, or the PC, like all these movements happen, and while they're happening, people change how they see the world or how they act around people. And by doing that, it fixes the original problem, but then causes other problems in turn. And not even problems, but situations that we have to overcome, I guess.
It's horrible. And it puts every other girl streamer in the focus of incels. And the worst part about it is it gives them ammunition. It gives them another example of something that is clearly fucking wrong just going on. Anyone going out against you is ridiculous. No, anybody going against me for this, saying that this is okay, I will put them on blast. I don't give a fuck. You are totally wrong. It is indefensible. And if you go and you watch this video of this girl saying it one more time, let's watch it again.
Thank you for the $1 dono.
It wasn't just once, it was 2 times.
For whatever reason, you find actual time to do something in your fucking life, because now
She
you look like a
repeats it.
fucking idiot. Again. And then space, if anyone wants to.
Yep, she spells out his name. There we go. She spelled his name out. There you go. And so Twitch is kind of allowing a crime.
So apparently on the actual stream, she went ahead and spelled the name out, which is just, one step further. That's such a disrespectful thing to do on just the bottom, on the least standing point of it all. Like, that's crazy. The fuck is wrong with people?
Crime. Whether it's a crime or not is unknown. Oh, we've got another clown right here. LMFAO. Does he not know that what he's doing could get him banned? That's right.
What in the fuck is he talking about? Asmongold? What Asmongold's doing can get him banned? What the fuck? If that can get Asmongold banned, I mean, I might quit Twitch tomorrow.
These people are more focused on me rather than the person who is literally doxing somebody live on stream and getting away with it. Eye for an eye? Bro, it's not an eye for an eye. Calling somebody a cheater doesn't, you don't just get to dox somebody.
Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that somebody had said that, because I when I first watched it, I was thinking that same thing. I mean, I try to look at every angle of a situation and how everybody would perceive a situation. I try to. Obviously, that's probably not possible, but in doing so, that thought came across in the first time watching this, where I'd be like, so is this just like, if I could justify this and see it as like somebody doing that, like in the sense of why she did it in the first place being justified, you know, that is what I was thinking, an eye for an eye. But how could it be an eye for an eye when she could be cheating, first of all? And even if she's not cheating or is cheating, if she's not cheating and somebody's calling her out, then, you know, the best thing in that situation would be just ignore it. So an eye for an eye would be, you're cheating. Like, I don't even know, like, what an eye for an eye would even be in that sense. Like, ban them? Like, I don't understand the eye for an eye situation there. So when I came to that conclusion, there was no conclusion. I couldn't come to the conclusion sensically isn't a word, in a sensible manner, thinking that it's an eye for an eye, because it wouldn't be. There's just no justification. Even the only justification is if she believes she's the center of the universe, and whatever was said to her was so disrespectful that in theory it was so disrespectful that that person could die for what they said to her. Because, I mean, she's smart enough to know what that could do, the worst case scenario. So, you know, that's the only justification idea, way that I could see it possibly coming to why she would do that in the beginning, in the first place. Is she had a moment where, you know, I'm that's disrespectful, and yeah, you get the gist.
For that, like, it's not even proportional. Like, what are you talking about, an eye for an eye? That's insane. Yeah, this is yeah, it feels like a coordinate time. I don't know. Did you watch that clip of you? Yeah, of course I did. Yeah, absolutely. And why do you care about this? Here's why I care about it.
I mean, that's an obvious question. I mean, an obvious answer, excuse me. And I answered it already. I want to see what he says. By the way, I haven't watched this. From here on, I have not watched this. I've not watched this. But I've already answered this. The answer is, it's his job. The way it's part of income. It's part of money. It's business.
I think this is a fundamentally bad action. It is a morally wrong action.
Okay, you know, and I mean, again, that's the base thing that you could account it for. But what he's going to obviously touch on is more of a crowd-pleasing answer, I would say.
To go and dox somebody and do it on stream. I also really don't like the fact that she went and she acted like she didn't know what it was. I think it puts every single other person who's donating to streamers at risk because it just shows that obviously it's okay to do this.
Okay, and I want to touch on the lat before whatever he just said before that. Let's bring it back because that was important.
Donating to was. Also really don't like the fact that she went and she acted like she didn't know what it was.
So that's really key. I don't know if he's going to touch on that, but it is key because I'd already said it, but for her to come to the conclusion and doxing somebody, you have to have some kind of intelligence to be able to do that. Not even like you have to have the intelligence to know what you're doing, to be able to feel disrespected or whatever her feelings were to make that decision. She had to have been intelligent enough to do that and know what she was doing. And all of it can be seen just by like the her face expression and that thing where she did where she's like, you know, where she's showing the confidence of the action she just made. It's disgusting. And I think that what she said, and I don't know when she said it, but what she said worked in her favor. On a real note, when I first read what that was, it was so ridiculous and dumb and so egotistical of somebody to say that I almost felt like it would get that person out of trouble. Like when I first saw it, just by the way it was said and the context of the situation. And I say that because if you fake, it's the same idea, fake it till you make it. If this person truly believes what I'm stating, and I obviously could be other things going on in this person's mind, but I've come to this staple of what's going on in her mind, even though it could be something else. So even if she does believe she's the center of the universe, or not even, if she does believe that she's the center of the universe and pushes that out to the world around her, people, not everybody's going to catch on, but some people are going to feel that energy, are going to feel it. Just like with that facial expression, that hair flip, all that stuff that she did on live, me explaining it, the reason I know what she's doing is because I can feel that emotion. Other people can do that too. And other people are going to perceive it and take it differently and run with it differently. And some people are going to probably help her ego or even believe that she's somebody to look up to. And I'm not saying that she's not. I'm not saying that she is. But, yeah. How... Anyways, yeah.
I think it puts every single other person who's donating to streamers at risk because it just shows that obviously it's okay to do this. I mean, if somebody else did it, it would be fine. If she did it, it's fine. And somebody else does it, it's also fine. It puts them at risk. It makes every other girl on the platform look worse because people use this as another example of, you know, like some girl getting preferential treatment. They all get harassed just because Twitch doesn't want to uphold their own rules. So yes, 14 days should be perma. Should be at least 14 days. It's breaking the trust chatters have with Twitch in general. Yes. Why do I care about somebody literally going and doxing a viewer? It's crazy. Yeah. Don't donate if you're going to discredit or disrespect someone and you don't want a consequence? Well, if that's the case, why don't they just show up to your house and shoot you?
Oh my goodness. That's perfect that he said that. I mean, totally, yeah.
If you donate a mean message and they just show up to your house and shoot you. What's the logic with this? That like now because you donate, like does anybody genuinely think that it is a fair and proportional response to say that you can dox somebody if they call you a cheater in a video game?
We answered that one already.
You are out of your fucking mind.
Agreed. Second that.
And also, here's the reality, is that let's say somebody finds this guy's info and they get the right guy and they harass him in real life. Obviously that's bad. But what if they get the wrong guy? What if
And that's I mean, I didn't explain it too well, but that's exactly what happened in the example I gave earlier. That's exactly what happened. Some old guy, they went to the wrong address, the police, the SWAT team, and the old guy had no idea what was going on, and he did some kind of motion that the police thought he was a danger because the call was saying that he had a gun. So they shot an innocent man due to the fact of somebody being swatted in their information. This exact scenario, not this exact scenario, but this similar scenario.
random person with this person's same exact name is getting harassed by one of her viewers because she decided to give out this name. To admit, you're actively breaking 2S, constantly insulting and harassing her, staying on this topic, insulting her for hours. If Twitch is going to ban me for saying that somebody who doxes their viewers is a piece of shit, that's a hill I'm willing to die on.
And I think that many people will climb that hill with you, Asmongold.
This is a joke. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you're going to defend a literal doxer for 5 hours? It's a joke, man. Yeah, no, this is outrageous.
And again, I was trying to tie it all together, but why would a company do that business-wise? And all that I just explained, the only thing that I could have come to the conclusion is there's a few, but the one that was the most prominent to me at this time is the fact that the company itself is under the same illusion that this lady is under, which is she's got to be like, this, not in this scenario, that she's got to be the center of the universe, and that however she presented herself to the company is in favor for herself, clearly, because there's no reason for unbanning somebody after 5 hours. And initially, I think it was a 16-day ban. I don't know why they would change it. Obviously, she messaged, probably appealed, said some things. And I just going down that rabbit hole, that's just imagining in my head so many scenarios and what somebody could say in a letter to make this happen. And a lot of those scenarios is just very intelligent speaking or like typing, spelling, excuse me. Not in like, what's the word? I hate when I forget the word. Persuasive. Very persuasive way of speaking. And clearly, I in the way of persuasion in this case, clearly just by the tweet and the little information that I have, comes to the conclusion that it is that the company has been blindsided by her own ego. And that's crazy. Like, I know it's crazy to say that. But the other alternatives are so far-fetched that one is more plausible. And for example, another I mean, I guess it could be more plausible if not as plausible, but I decided to make this one more plausible, and it's more fun. This one's more fun, obviously. But that one of her family members is working at Twitch. That's the only other really logical scenario I can see.
Yeah, a guy doxed and swatted a guy in Wichita, Kansas, got the wrong address, and an innocent man was killed. Yes, this can happen.
Yep, we went over that one.
A bunch of chatter said, what about the girl that got fucked on stream? Yeah, because nobody cares about that. It's like nobody gets hurt with this. Like, it's, oh wow, there's porn on stream. Oh my god. Like, this is way worse.
I just love that. It's just, we're not talking about fucking porn, guys. We're talking about fucking doxing.
I can't believe this, man. It was a piece of shit thing to do. Yeah, the opposite could happen. The guy could get his life turned upside down and he might show up at her house, brainless people. Yeah, exactly. To be fair, an innocent man would have been killed anyways. Yeah, I think so. But what I'm saying is that it's always, it does get a little bit worse. Moved by reaction to this because I couldn't agree more. This is common sense. Well, what really is astonishing and makes me really mad about this is the fact that other people are okay with it. That there is anybody who is defending this. And that's what really, really makes me mad. Because whenever I see somebody who is going and defending this behavior, that is, in my opinion, I think that's even worse than doing it in some ways. Because I can see, yeah, she got really mad. She did something stupid. She shouldn't have done it. It is what it is. She should get an indefinite ban, but like, that's all there is to it, right? But like, these people don't have any emotional investment in this. They're just defending this person. It's disgusting.
Again, mob mentality. That's basically what he's saying, but I don't think it's as simple as that, honestly. I really don't. I think it has, again, more to do with what I was saying before, that we as a human species, I'm going to put it in different words, just we as human species tend to have a leader and followers, as put it lightly and simply. And followers are going to find somebody to follow. And not all leaders are good leaders, and obviously we know this. And I think, as tough as it is to hear that this person is a leader, this person isn't a follower, she is a leader, and she's leading the minds to think it's okay to have animosity and take action towards hurtful comments or mean, not even mean comments that the individual, it's not even mean comments. That's what's scary about it. It's not even mean comments. It's not even something that is negatively said. It's perceived to the person as negative. So it's not, it's what the person perceives. It might not even be negative or positive in the perception of the masses of, everybody, I guess, as a group, an average perception of being positive or negative. So, it's scary that Twitch allows leaders to lead masses to take action that is detrimental to the person's well-being. And freedom of speech, all that good shit in our country, I think that's great. And I think that we should have more open free speech. And I think with that comes responsibility, not only in what people are saying, but we as a society, I think, need to take the next step and say we also need to take responsibility as people listening. And we, as the people listening, have every right and same ability as the people talking. And the only way to really push past all of this crap in our society, I believe, is to take accountability for our actions. And it's obviously very hard when your actions are basically based off of somebody else's feelings and beliefs because you're a follower and you're following what somebody else is doing as their leader. And in time, or in our history and in society throughout humans on Earth, it has been a working, not, it has worked. It hasn't worked, I wouldn't say completely unimpeded or completely without issues. Having a leader and followers, it definitely has worked, and it seems to be an easy solution to having a lot of people with different ideas and different opinions to move on as a whole. I think that having a leader and followers, that's kind of an easy solution, just like an easy solution to the problem of being an intelligent species, and understanding what we're saying to each other and understanding new things as moment to moment. But again, that's why I believe as listeners, we need to take responsibility too for our actions, even if they're actions of a leader. And that has not been done in our history yet. And I don't know if it ever will. I don't know. And I don't even know if that's the right way. I really don't. I just think that if we took accountability for our actions on that level, then these kind of situations and these things, we would check ourselves before we wrecked each other.
People argue with you because you're passionate about it, gets a rise out of you. Anyone who knows it matters is wrong. I unfortunately, I wish that was true.
And yeah, I wish that was true too. I'm sorry that I'm monologuing or not talking so much, but I have a passionate feeling about this as well. So yeah, sorry about that, but I do want to pull it back now.
They're just defending this person. It's disgusting. People argue with you because you're passionate about it, gets a rise out of you. Anyone?
Yeah, so it is. I thought about that too, and I'm sure. Yeah, there are definitely some trolls on the internet doing that. But the scary reality of the situation is what I just said.
Anyone who knows it matters is wrong.
Could be what I just said. It's a possibility.
I unfortunately, I wish that was true. Does he not have legal recourse? I don't know. I don't know. I would assume probably not, and unless there was some tangible damage done.
Yeah, I don't think legally, unless in the binding contract that you would have to sign when you actually send the money, and then when he actually receives it, or probably it wouldn't be every time you receive it, maybe it is every time, but somewhere in the binding contract that he signed, in the actual or not he, she, the original streamer who made this outrageous comment, egregious, I can't speak right now, comment, then yeah, well, fuck, I totally forgot it was, god damn it!
I don't know.
I hate that.
I don't know. I don't know. I would assume.
Oh yeah, it would have to be in when he signed, not signed or like checked the box and then said okay or whatever. In that legal contract, it would have to say somewhere, and any identification, information like that is given through payment or whatever, if that is shared publicly, then you're liable for whatever under this or this. So yeah, I don't think I don't know, I'm not very good with our actual constitution, but I'm sure somewhere under there's got to be we have the right to our own like names and IDs, social security number, all that stuff. But again, the fact that the person put their information to begin with is their action. They did that, knowing that their information is now in the program. And if it doesn't state in the contract that they signed anything about their name, then it's on. And that's exactly what I was saying earlier about the listeners, or they need to have, they need to take accountability as well. It's on the person, the reader, to take that risk of letting their personal information out, even if it is on a paying for subscription or paying on any online device or anything online, paying for it, and you give your information, you're willingly doing that. You can't I think that people have the belief and the belief in their heads that they have the right to their information that they gave out to the world. Yeah, you have a right to your information, but if you're giving it out to the world, then it's your doing. Like, in the society we live, it's your doing. And that's why I was talking about that transition with taking responsibility. If we took responsibility, you wouldn't have that issue, because people would understand. They would see it totally different. They would, I don't want to go into the explanation because it would take forever.
Probably not, and unless there was some tangible damage done, but I don't know. Yeah, finance guys, lawyers. Well, I don't even know what's way too hard to prove. I don't think it would really be hard to prove at all. Like, it would not be hard to prove that she did this to him.
Yeah, again, unless like new laws stating something against this, which laws are changing every day. That's why it's kind of good to stay tuned to laws and shit, because they do change it like almost every day. It's crazy, but again, it goes both ways, I think, where, yeah, but they're also putting out their information,
I mean, it's got his real name, his email, it's got his bank account information, where this is from. PayPal has all of his personal info. I mean, it'd be very easy to prove. Yeah, I mean, there's literally video evidence of it. I mean, like, fuck. You come at Twitch for a TOS violation, Privacy Act would certainly help him. I have no idea. And so violates the trust viewers and a streamer have with the streamer. Knowing a streamer can look into their logs and pop up anyone that's donated their full name and address. Well, and I want to explain a little bit more before I move on past this. I want to explain why this is bad and how.
So, I don't know. I haven't seen this, and if he's just gonna say what I say, then I'm probably gonna skip a lot of it. But, just let me.
Before I named their full name and address. Well, and I want to explain a little bit more. Anyone that's donated their full name and address.
So yeah,
help them.
I think he's probably gonna say the same kind of thing that I did, but just to finish it off, is the business angle of all of this, that as Twitch is a business and they're gonna go, have the rules, regulations, apparently under the TOS, whatever the rules and regulations, whatever the fuck that is, it states somewhere that there would be, action taken if this trust agreement is breached between the confidentiality of streamer and viewer. But if they don't uphold their own rules, we'll let him speak.
I have no idea. Private information with no is you have real name, each different piece of the puzzle.
Oops.
Okay, imagine like you're putting together a puzzle, okay? And each different piece of the puzzle, I guess I'll do a paint document, okay? And here's a paint document. And each different piece of the puzzle is a little bit different. But as soon as you have enough pieces, you can figure out what the puzzle really is. So maybe a big side. Okay, there's one right here. So the way that you do it is you have real name. Let's see here. No. Let's see here. Probably a couple of other ones, right? I mean, I'm not going to get into all the other ones. But the way, phone number, yep, phone number. City. School. Yeah. So the way that you figure out and you dox somebody is like this. Imagine you are putting together a puzzle and you don't know what the puzzle is of. You don't know if this is a mountain, is it a lake, is it a forest? And the more of these that you're able to fill in, that's two of them, excuse me. Let me fix this. The more of these that you're able to fill in, the easier it is to fill in the rest and know what they're going to be. And the way that somebody usually gets doxed is by going and figuring out a couple of these and then using the information with those as breadcrumbs to find the rest. So it's not that the real name is what does it. The real name is what enables you to do the other ones.
But that's a really interesting point and key to let people understand and put it in graph form. I like that. It's just the fact that think about it as like when you're. I think I've done this with more recently, probably not super recent, but excuse me, where I wanted to get in contact with somebody, but I had forgotten their excuse me. Oh, ow. Hold on. Anyways, I tried to get in contact with somebody, but I had forgotten their name. I've basically forgotten everything. It took me a while, but I basically remembered part of their name, and then from there I went on Facebook and then searched up the names and then figured out what they look like. Obviously, that's part of the puzzle, and from there, I figured out, just the idea. Yeah, you have to find some of the pieces of the puzzle for all the puzzle, and if I wanted to go deeper, then I knew what they look like. then I could figure out what their email is by their, their name, their Facebook. And then from there, I could, search up where this email was used in different cases. And then I might find a phone number or something, or an email might be linked to an address or something. Usually emails are linked to something. But also with the Facebook, it might be city. Then you'll know where they live. Then you can, put the name, phone number, all that information that and try to figure out exactly their address and shit. It's just kind of scary, when you go down the rabbit hole. And just to clarify, I only did that to try to find an old friend, and I was successful, and I only used it. I didn't even use it. I just remembered their name and looked them up on Facebook. So it was just like, I could see how it could go in the angle he's saying, and it was really great that he put it in that.
You see what I'm saying? And it was possible to solely point out her wrongdoings and leave it there. So you think that the problem here is that I think that she's a piece of shit for doxing? You think that's the problem? Let me just make sure that we have this clear. That's what the problem is. Yeah. No. Yeah, revealing personal information is reportable offense on Twitch. It absolutely is. My real name got doxed and a person threatened my entire family for weeks. Yes, they can.
So he didn't really state it yet, and I think that we've, covered everything that, I basically needed to cover in that. But I think that, the biggest part he missed was the business angle. I think he touched on it, but it's just like, fuck, dude, like, what he said. Absolutely, it's against terms and services. Yeah. Reportable. Yeah, all that good stuff. But you're reporting it to the people that just unbanned her after putting her on a ban for 16 days or whatever, which probably still isn't even that long. Well, maybe, yeah, I mean, it could be first time offense. Maybe she'll understand after a 16-day ban that it wasn't okay to do that. But, and then retracting their original punishment and turning it to 5 hours, which is ridiculous. It just diminishes the credibility of Twitch and the profits economically. Bad decision, I would say. Bad decision for her to do it in the first place, because she is hurting her own business if she's on Twitch. It's just a bad decision. So yeah, fuck that. And that was my reaction. I'm gonna say bad decision on her part. I think that that whole hair flip shows a lot. I think that shows a lot to be desired about the situation and how it should have been handled. If somebody feels so proud about it, clearly a poor choice, and feels so confident about it, they do need some kind of repercussions just so they can take time to understand. Even if they understand with less than 15 or whatever days the punishment is, they still need to give enough time to understand why that decision isn't necessarily the right decision to make when you're frustrated or upset about being slandered or being accused of something that you may or may not have done. And that definitely probably takes time. Not probably, it takes time to come to a conclusion with yourself of why you made the decisions you made, if they were the right decisions, and what to do next time. That takes time. It's not, if you don't take time, you're probably just going to make the same choice that you made last time if it was negative or positive. And usually that's the case. So yeah, it is scary for me to see Twitch make such a blunder. And this girl's silly for doing what she did. And that's me being nice. Well, this has been Kurz. We'll be right back soon with probably a long video. A long video today. Maybe 2 videos. I don't know, depending on how much we do of Grand Summoners. We might hop on Modern Warfare 2 later, but I'll be back in a few. Come check out our Grand Summoners. I'm going to be doing dungeon trials. And also, I just realized Chloe's out, so I absolutely need to hit Chloe and hit the Chloe event. And also check out the new PvP that is, on Global. If you didn't know, there's a new PvP beta on Global, which is fucking dope. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching. It's been Kurz. It's been real. Take care.